What up, Big Bell Crew? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into today's figure. Hey, so a little bit more of a comfortable opening for today, but more in theme. Because today we're going to be talking about a 1/7 scale Black Lagoon character, Balalaika. So if you don't know Black Lagoon, it is an amazing anime. It's about shootouts, crime, just insane wall-to-wall action. And it has some of the most badass women in anime. So you might have seen Revy, Two Hands Revy, most badass chick. But one of my favorite chicks from that show, and characters in general, is Balalaika, which she is a Russian mob boss type of character, former soldier and everything. So she is like epitome of badass. But let's get into the actual figure. All right, so I already have it unboxed here. And her figure itself, is gorgeous. Like, she is amazing detailed. I love the figure. She has all the scars and everything are there. So it pretty much follows the same artwork that you see right here on the box and one you probably see behind me here. So they did a great job with the shading on the skin, on the dress. Very nice. The only thing I have as a criticism is that some of the scars aren't as detailed as others. For instance, like the one that's on under her right eye. That one is not very detailed as opposed to the one that's on her right thigh. So they could have did a little better with that. Not disappointed by it, but I'm saying you can see like the very good detail on that right thigh scar right here. So it's very good in detail. You can see like, oh, she took some very heavy damage. It's very pronounced. The one under the right eye is there. It's just that it's a little bit more faded in the figure itself rather than as detailed. Like it doesn't have as much like deep tissue scarring that they did on the thigh one, which is not disappointing, but it's just something I noticed that they could have probably maybe made that one a little more detailed to kind of match her character a lot more, because that is the more pronounced scar that you see with her. But overall, they did a great job. I love the shading for the figure. I think they did very good shading with the dress. The dress is phenomenal. The folds in the dress, perfect. I do like that. My only criticism with that one is the very bit of the dress right here at the bottom towards the base of the figure. It kind of falls a little flat, and what I mean by that, not from shading, but the molding, I think it probably could have either came up a little bit or been better sculpted at the bottom, because it kind of it's weirdly hanging there, as opposed to it could probably just sit on the ground. So I think that's the only hiccup with the dress. Again, not a big detail, not a big complaint, just something that I kind of point out. Assembly for the figure, very easy. She has a throne, the figure itself, and then a cigar. Now, I will tell you right now, you probably can miss the cigar because when you open the blistering, it's in the top right hand blister and it has tape over it. So be very careful, you might miss it. So granted, if you don't get it, at least you know it's still gonna be in there in the blistering. But just remember, it's gonna be in the top left hand corner when you open it. So just remember that. Now, price of the figure. It's still going on AmiAmi for about 22,500 yen, which is about 151 USD. So not a bad price overall. Great figure, I think is very detailed. The size is a 1/7 scale. So again, nice little size. Now, if you haven't guessed, and I've said this a few times before on some random videos, I love sitting figures because they have this insane good mentality. And I think it's literally that boss mentality when they just sit there, just kind of chilled back and like you can't really touch them and everything. I think that's probably why I like some of those sitting figures. So Balalaika is the epitome of that boss energy. Because again, she's just sitting there, getting badass strong, cigar in hand, and like, bro, you see this chick, I'm like, you either want to go up to her and talk to her, but at the same time, you might be making the biggest mistake you like, because she will mess you up, like hands down. So I think this figure is gorgeous. I love it. It was supposed to be released in December. It got pushed back to January. So she's my first figure of 2024. I don't think I could start a year better than with a boss figure like herself. So would I recommend this figure? Definitely. Because again, if you love Black Lagoon, I think this is like the first figure they've had of her. So I don't think you can start out better with a Black Lagoon figure, other than if you get Revy. But again, this is a gorgeous figure. I do love it. Black Lagoon, again, I think is probably a classic anime in my personal opinion, because you're not going to find another anime with as many badass hardcore chicks that's just pure action, guns blazing, phenomenal character development and character backstory. You get character backstory for all of these people, and it's gorgeous to just see the stuff that Balalaika goes through, that Revy goes through, how Rock got into the show. All that's amazing. But guys, I really want to show you this figure. It's not going to be a long video, because just like Balalaika, I want to keep this, just sweet, short, and straight to the point. So I don't want to wear down details. So let me know what you think of Balalaika from Black Lagoon 1/7 figure. Comment below and let me know. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, cowboy.